Yo, guys, it's the Football Den. Welcome for the very first episode of our weekend hangout. And I'm going to drop the most cliche line here, but I believe it's true, and I hope you too. This is a show by the fans and for the fans, right? So here it is. Here we've got more fans joining in, and we are hoping to get even all of you guys, in fact, at some point in the stream. So very glad to be here with two Liverpool fans to have a different perspective and to see what it looks like down at the bottom half of the table, almost bottom half of the table. Because United has been comfortably riding in the top four, right? But now is the clutch moment. Now things are getting serious, and we have United who has won one of their 5 games. We have Liverpool who have lost all 5 home games. And then on the other side, we have Manchester City, who's en route to create history yet again, which is like, it's like an every season thing for them now, with 22, potential for 22 on the bounce. And of course, Chelsea, who would have thought they would have gained some advantage by Lampard departing? Who would have thought? Not me. But anyway, so really fun and exciting section here for us today. We've got Kesar and we've got Param, and we are going to hash out our differences here. Other than grabbing our throats because that's clearly not possible. But we'll have a good go at it. I'm hoping, and no one's gonna hold back. So this is going to be a bit of a strange one for us as well because we've never really done this, and this is the first time that 5 of us are here together. And so forgive us, I guess, if it's not up to your expectation, but we'll definitely keep getting better. So I don't want to hold our superstars back anymore here. So welcome back, Param. You've come back after quite some time. How does it feel down at the 8th position, 9th position right now?
Bro, feels like home, honestly. We had 2 seasons of fantasy land, and we are back to where it was before Klopp came in. But this is not where we belong, obviously, and this is I can give you 100 excuses for why we are there, and we'll
And
also
you have given me, let me be honest with that. You, your manager, your fan base, more than 100 excuses, but go on.
and they're all valid excuses, right? And they're all valid reasons, not excuses. They're valid reasons for why we have underperformed this season, and any other team would have struggled in this position. So I don't see why we've been targeted as a as bad champions or whatever. But I think it is kind of bad up for losing 5 games in a row at home. But we had a good run. It lasted however long.
So
But
you've already given up. So I can hear
no, I'm
some
giving up. This
conceding in
season
your
I'm not
voice.
committing also anymore. So next game again Fulham tonight is home. So congrats to Fulham on winning another game.
Oh,
So it's at home.
such
If
pessimism.
it was away, then maybe. But home confidence is something else. No, I'm kidding. I think we can beat Fulham. Hopefully. Not
Well, I read
Yeah.
something today that Liverpool has the worst home record in 2021 in all 5 leagues
Yep.
in England.
yeah,
So,
bro.
Championship, Division 2, Division 3, Division 5, all included, Liverpool ranks last in at home matches.
Yeah, that's why I've got this guy right here that you can see. I love to see
Bro,
this,
don't even
because
say anything about him. Like he's full of problems right now. So that is like that is not one thing I'm worried about. But home record I'm worried about, yeah. But I think after today, 70 more games unbeaten at home. They're going for it.
okay. And here we can yet again see some distractions
hi.
behind Pathare, but we love it.
Sorry.
Okay, Pathare, since you are
So,
the focus right now, go
yeah.
ahead and give me your thoughts.
So, do you see what's behind me? That's what's gonna happen in the City game, first of all. And as far as the excuses for
So you
Liverpool
heard
go,
that silence there? There was not a single smile, not a chuckle. Because, bro, let's get to it. We'll get to the Manchester derby. We'll get to Manchester City. We'll get to those. Right now, I want to hear your thoughts on Liverpool
Liverpool.
and why and can they get out of that tough spot that they're in right now?
Yeah, so see, I think first of all they need to stop crying and giving reasons. Like honestly,
Brilliant. Yes, that would be a great start.
they need to move on, and they need to understand what's wrong with the squad. They need to start listening to our podcast because we keep on criticizing Liverpool game in game out. So they need to really join this podcast. And so like I've backed this dude for a while. I hope he comes back on and makes some changes for them, Jota, because he clearly seems like the man who made the difference before as well. And hopefully some of the defenders come back and they have a better run.
Why the fuck are you hoping for that, man?
Because
FPL.
yeah, FPL is there, and I mean I would like to see more competition to City.
The City. So you don't think that none of the other you think none of the other teams have it in them to challenge City?
No, see at this point with City having a 14-point lead, I think every team needs to challenge them. They need to lose, I think, around 5 games for teams to come into contention with them. So like I definitely want to see all the top 6 teams fighting for top 4 and trying to bring City down.
Yeah, that's why I tell you not to smoke pot and come on the channel, but you never listen to me. Let me redirect this question towards Kesar and ask him how. Motherfucker, I asked you how can Liverpool get out of that tough spot, and you're saying you want to see City challenge. What the fuck,
So,
Kesar?
so-
Let's hear you. Enough of your bullshit. Enough of your bullshit. Okay, Kesar, what do you think? What does Liverpool need to do to get out of this tough spot?
Finish the season. Just it's written off. I've been telling everyone it was written off the day Van Dijk got injured. But to be honest, the season got written off when Joe Gomez got injured, in my humble opinion, because we could have still played without Van Dijk and without one senior centre back. We just needed a proper centre back pairing. But as the season's gone on, and I've been one of those fans who's been saying that this we've got so many injuries, this, that, blah blah blah, COVID, and whatever's been going on. But the reality is that Liverpool's not losing games because of its defense; it's losing games because of its attack. So the issue is that
There we have it. There we have it. Can we have a small round of applause for this man right here? Come on. And the truth is out. Okay.
attackers have been out of form, specifically. So Salah's been all right, to be honest. He's definitely not one of those players who's going to play an incredible game 90 minutes. He just gets the ball, he backs it in. Khatam. That's all he has to do. Mane and Bobby have been absolutely shit. Jota obviously got injured at the wrong time for us. So, the only thing is, like, with the season that's gone on, I've seen Klopp, even though I love him, he's made us win. He's been pretty shit. Like, I would give him a C- or a D- this season because he's not changed tactics even once. Like, I can't believe that. He should have gone 3 at the back, 5 at the back. I understand maybe you didn't have those players to try doing that, but you could have changed the shape to diamond. You could have gone 4 up front. Something. I don't know. I'm not the fucking manager. You are the fucking manager. So do something. And it's like, I get it. We won't finish in top 4 and I'm all right with it. Like every Liverpool fan would be all right with it. It's okay. We don't worry about that too much because we know that we can come back into the top 4 and continue challenging. I just hope Liverpool doesn't finish in European positions at all, because that way Liverpool will have very few games next season and they can really go for it. And plus, just going back to what you were saying about if anyone thinks that only Liverpool can challenge Manchester City, look at the table. It speaks for itself. Liverpool's not playing well, but look at all the other shit teams.
Yeah.
If you take out, and plus you take out one player, top player from each team. United's Bruno, you take out. Harry Kane, you remove from Spurs. City is probably an exceptional team. You can remove anyone and it still functions. But look at any other team, West Ham without Antonio. So I'm going at other teams as well. Everton, Aston Villa, Grealish.
Grealish, yeah.
So I mean, fair enough. Liverpool's not going to finish in top 4, but they should have still done a lot more. So fans, other fans, especially you guys, United fans, you have a go. I think fair enough. Have a go. Liverpool's done a very small club kind of a thing here.
Okay, so let me come to Karan straight away. So I was hearing that the manager needs to do better, right? Okay, Karan, I've known you for quite some time, and I think you like Klopp, you like his style of play, of course. But he bought Thiago
Yep.
in the summer, right? How has he used him? And why the fuck do you think he's unable to do jack shit in the Premier League? Because, okay, you don't have the defense to back you up. Okay, I understand. Your attack is not up there. Okay, cool. But your midfield, okay, I understand that you also have Henderson going up behind, whatever. But midfield is that one area where Klopp, I would feel, would rely on Thiago that, okay, you're my man. Now you have to steady the ship. So why do you think Thiago has failed? And
Okay.
is it Klopp's fault and his tactics fault that Thiago is not performing?
So there are two parts of this problem, all right? Here's what I feel. One, the main central midfielders, Fabinho and Henderson, and Keita to an extent. Keita got injured. Fabinho and Henderson were forced to play at centre back. That reduced the press in the midfield. And Thiago himself is not a midfielder that presses. He's the one who makes the play. So without players around him who do the dirty work for him, he's not very useful considering Bobby plays as a false nine and Mane is off form right now. So even the chances he create, one is the chances he creates are not converted, and two is that the midfield around him is not working hard enough for him to get the chances to create, to get those chances to create chances for the attackers. That's what I feel. That's where Thiago has flopped this season for me. But I think once Liverpool sort the defensive problems and they get the midfield right, so Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, that would be ideal for me right now. Then maybe Thiago can have a greater impact as a Liverpool player. But till that happens, I don't see them really, making the most of Thiago in his position.
Okay, so I would like to add something to this that Thiago, I think there's a lot of burden being put on his shoulder because for me, Thiago is not a player that can direct the play. Like he can't command all the players around him to play so that he can get the team rolling. He like if he has players who are supporting him, then he can do his creative duties. But I don't see him as a leader on the pitch.
Like pretty much like Ozil, I would say.
Come on, bro. There's no, you can't compare.
Apple to apple.
Ozil. Thiago fucking balled in the Champions League final, bro. He put PSG in their place. So I really don't understand how he can come to Liverpool. Okay, a very depleted Liverpool, but I can't see a shred of Thiago of what he was in Bayern. So it just bamboozles me as to why that's happening. And maybe coming to Kesa's point that the tactics have just not been up there. Klopp has been consistently trying to implement his strategies with a bunch of players who can't do that shit. So why don't you change it up, Param? Why is your manager so stubborn?
Okay, I have an answer for that, but regarding the Thiago point, it's really not Thiago's fault. Like, even if he plays a good pass, like I've seen him play hundreds of amazing passes, which would have been goals if it was Bayern Munich. But Mane, Firmino have been so off form, and usually Firmino, he can convert those chances. Mane can convert chances.
Firmino can convert shit. Let's just get
Yeah, man. Where is this coming from?
Firmino can finish his chances, and he has done that in the past. But he's just not. He's not himself right now. And more than Firmino, I think Mane has been off form. Like Firmino, it's still like he put a shift here and there. He come in the midfield. He help the midfield out. But Mane has been piss poor according to me. And regarding the Klopp point, what do you want him to do? When he had Jota, he did play for attackers. We were scoring goals. We beat Palace 7-0. And we were doing all the different things and what people wanted us and expected us to do. But then you can't expect him to play Origi or Shaqiri or Chamberlain. They're just not good enough. They are players, but they're not good enough for us. And he did try it out with Shaqiri, Origi, and Origi is dog shit. Champions League final was the last time I wanted him to see him in a Liverpool kit. He's still here, and he's not a good backup striker for us. So I don't understand what Klopp would have done more in this, like tactics. He should have players to support the
I just want to
Okay.
jump in on. I just want to jump in on this before Pathare does. What he should have done was the previous season he had the liberty to play the same 11 or make a couple of changes through the season because it wasn't as harsh as this one, right, in terms of fixtures. But this season has been tasking on all the players, right, across all leagues. So what he should have done is rotated more. He can't. He should understand that he can't keep playing the same 11 every, like, game in game out.
We don't have a same 11 anymore. We don't have you can't name a starting level for Liverpool. Like
Well,
it's
that's
something
because
else.
they were overplayed the season before, and now they're just drained out, and they are like, they will catch injuries if they've been playing for so long. That's what I feel.
You have the players to rotate the team. You look at Chelsea's team,
No,
look at
but
United's team. You all have so many players even on the bench. Like
But
you all do have.
Daniel James, he's not counted.
So,
So let's go straight.
I've said this time and again, and finally I'm saying this in front of Liverpool fans because they're on this discussion that Klopp had the time to bring in transfers. He didn't bring in transfers good enough to supplement his first team, first of all. He bought people like Ryan Brewster and stuff who are. He bought Minamino and Curtis Jones and all those guys. Means these are not the players you can actually substitute with your first 11, given that Liverpool had a pretty good first 11, at least till last season. And apart from that, PL is all about adaptability in the past few seasons, because you see a team playing a particular style, the next team are going to learn how to counter it within 2 or 3 games. So you have to keep evolving your style, definitely. So it's not
Honestly, I just feel that had they just bought in one more centre back when I think Lovren left, right, this season. So had they just replaced Lovren and gotten in a centre back good enough to play in the Premier League, they would have been in a better place than they are right now. If they had a centre back from the start of the season that had replaced Lovren, Van Dijk's injury wouldn't have impacted them as much as it did right now.
No,
Yeah.
not really. Not
Yeah,
definitely.
who's gonna expect like three
Yeah.
centre to be out for the entire season? Like three of the
yeah,
starting.
bro, I just want to know what is happening in the centre back drills at Liverpool. Like, why are all of them getting injured? Is it a case of that the training is too hard for them, or like the Klopp is making them do things that they don't really want to do? You know what I mean? So they're getting injured. So like there is some crisis that's going on behind the scenes, and that clearly needs to be addressed, right? But what I was referring to when I said that, why is the same tactic being rolled out game in game out? Okay, not the best example, but you see United. Okay, they go in for the nil-alls when they get the chance. They know they can't win this fucking game. Go in a nil-all. Try and fucking defend. I've not seen a single game where Liverpool has come out and not tried to do what they've been doing in the past 2 years, 3 years, with whatever shitty players that they still have on the pitch right now. So why is it that Klopp is not settling for a draw? Why is it that he feels like he needs to go in and win every fucking game? Kesar, I think you're in the best position because you are the most frustrated fan I see, but also with the most logical, temperament. Like what is what Klopp's philosophy is, and he doesn't want to move away from it. So why do you think that is?
I mean, I'll remind. I'm hoping there are a lot of Batman and movie buffs here on the channel. But you either die a hero or you long enough, yourself, become the villain. This is what is happening. It's happened with Pep as well. It's happening with Klopp. It happens with all great managers.
It happens with Mourinho every single time.
You live and you die by the sword. This is your philosophy. It's made you win all these years. Now suddenly, out of nowhere, you've got a ton of bad fucking results and injuries. You don't abandon what's worked for you. You know what works for you. Okay, like for the rest of the world, it's easier for us to say, okay, do this, do that, and all. But at the end of the day, he did win the fucking league playing the way he did. I get it. He should have adapted more, and I think, but you're clearly seeing he's not going to. That's what you're going to get now. Like, as fans, we should stop being like, oh, he should do this, he should do that. high line has been a fucking issue since day one. Aston Villa thrashed us 7-2. Shameless. But still, we didn't change. So if you think that he's going to change now, when he has nothing to lose anymore, he's not going to do that.
Okay,
So what does it mean when Liverpool does not finish in top 4 and you say that you don't want Europe? You clearly indicate to the board we don't have funds. I mean, the board indicates to Klopp, vice versa, that we don't have funds. We can't go and get in more players. So do you think, Karan, that without signing new players next season, will the situation get any better?
Well, that's a tough one. Is Kabak is on loan, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
With the option,
Yeah, I think so.
with the option to buy.
Dubai. Okay. If he continues playing the way he's playing, I'm not too sure. Because teams have made him out, and Premier League teams are doing a decent job.
We're talking about the next season, right? VVD is going to be back next season. Apparently, Joe Gomez should be back next season.
It was on when they got thrashed 7-2, right?
So, since you brought up this point, I would just like to ask you that now both Gomez and VVD have been out for a very long time. And we've seen this with injuries that people don't come back to their original form most of the time when they come back from injuries. So how great do you think are Van Dijk and Gomez going to be now once they come back next season? Are they going to be good enough?
I think actually with Joe Gomez, it might be career ending. Like, I don't think he'll ever reach. He's got the same injury now, third time, if I'm not wrong, in less than 4-5 years. So ACL 2-3 times is career ending. Like, I don't think he'll have the pace.
That's hard.
He will not have the turn. It's happened to a lot of people, unfortunately, before. And with Van Dijk, his age is not on his side. So, but he is one of the greats. You can't say anything about it. But I think they're going to come back as pretty bang average players, which is
So without new signings. So without new signings, Param, do you see your team even challenging for the title, or is it just back to the rat race of top 4?
No, regarding the Van Dijk Gomez situation, I agree. Gomez situation could be career ending. Like, I don't see him going to the levels that he did. But Van Dijk, even if his performance level dropped 20% or 30%, he'll still be better than all the defenders that are playing right now. So.
still twice as better than Harry Maguire.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. I'm
up for
debate. I'm up for debate.
I don't want any of these.
Oh my God.
None of that. John Stones, they are good. They can be good at City, but they're not Van Dijk level yet. And regarding signings, Klopp has always said, if a player wants to come to us only for Champions League reasons, then don't come. Because come for the.
You're not gonna get there.
They're not gonna get that anyway.
Champions League is still on, right? So number 7.
You think so?
I think Klopp is gonna be like, "Don't come here, I'll come there."
Honestly, guys. On a serious note, they are just 5 points away from a CL spot. I am still not counting them out for the CL spot. I still think they can make 4th place.
Nah, bro. No. I just think there are other teams who have stepped up their game way past Liverpool's game now. And even teams like Leicester and West Ham, boy oh boy, are they going to give a run for the money to the supposedly top 6 teams in the Premier League. Because
wait.
I don't see...
There's no top 6, it's top 5 now. Arsenal is out. Permanently.
Okay, so are we officially removing Arsenal from the top 6 and calling it top 5 now?
Absolutely.
Is it being official? Okay, let me just state it here. You've heard it first time on the Football Den. It is officially top 5, and Arsenal are no longer a part of the elite. And on that note, let me just shift the focus a little bit from Liverpool and go towards Manchester United, because apparently 21 was coming. Apparently Bruno was better than KDB. Apparently Ole was at the wheel again, and it's all falling to shit yet again within the same season. And I love to be a part of this roller coaster, but sometimes, honestly, it gets too much. And I cannot see a way that United beats or even draws against City tonight, right?
Okay.
Which will mean that United move down in the table, and if Chelsea win their game in hand, I mean, they'll be playing next anyway. They're going to close in the gap. We'll be behind Leicester, and once Liverpool wins their game, you know they're going to get that ass. So how did United find themselves in such a situation, man? Padhare, you've got the Rooney shebang going on behind you,
Yeah.
but there just doesn't seem to be a Rooney spirit about this team. What's going wrong? One win in the past five, 3-0 all draws. Are we back to that top four struggle? Is that where we find ourselves most comfortable and we seek that every
No,
season?
I don't think you should go that far ahead, because still Bruno has the highest goal involvement in the Premier League for midfielders.
That's
One involvement
what
per
we
84 minutes, which is I think around 20 minutes more than the next highest. And apart from that, the problem has been that we have been taking a defensive approach to the big six. We've seen that because we are going for the nil-all draws, like you said. And
Let me just stop you right there. I thought we made it official, boy. It's no longer Big Six. Come on,
Okay,
you can't
sorry.
you can't talk.
The big five. We've been
No
taking
one's gonna
a
take you seriously, my friend.
defensive approach towards them, and also the third problem is that four of our players, Bruno, Rashford, Maguire, and Van Bissaka, are the most played players in the Premier League. So it's definitely exertions getting to them, and we need to see some changes in the squad every now and then. Like the game where we played Sociedad at home, there was no reason to play these guys, and still we saw them.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree. So in that front, I think Ole has not got his rotation right, to be honest. But then again, we can make the same argument as we make for other teams. Like, you want to be putting out your best 11, right? Given the choice. So week in, week out, Ole is choosing his best 11, and I give him props for that. But when you talk about drawing against the top five, I don't see it necessarily as a bad thing. Like, why is it so bad that he's going into a game where he knows he's not the superior side, and he's just going to go and hash out a draw? So, Karan, do you see a problem with that? Why are people hating on United so much for that?
Well, it's an agenda, right? United hating is an agenda when it comes to them drawing or losing against the top six.
I see some smiles up there.
Yep. But honestly, with the likes of Bruno, Rashford, Martial has been off form, so I'm not going to include him. Maybe Greenwood, Cavani. I think we should at least be creating more chances and trying to go for that win. Playing negative football has never been in our favor, and it never will be. So if we are considering ourselves as a top five side, ideally we should be challenging the other top five sides and not just play out for a draw. And the fact that we have now started losing and drawing again to the teams below us is a problem. And Rashford, like Rohit said, these four players have been playing the most football in the league so far. Rashford has been carrying a shoulder injury, if I'm not wrong, for the longest time. He's considering surgery. I mean, I love the man, I admire him. But honestly, if you are carrying an injury which could threaten your future, then you should probably sort that out first so that you can play better. And
Bro, he's Manchester through and through, brother. He's going to play through thick and thin, right? So, but let me just circle back, man. I want to make this point very clear. United has dropped the most points against the top five, if I'm not wrong. But see where they are on the table. Compare them other than City, because they're just phenomenal. They're above all those other motherfuckers. So when you say that it hasn't worked in our favor and it never will, I can clearly see it working in their favor. And no shit, we shouldn't have dropped points against Palace, and we should be doing better in other games. But I don't see is that a struggle which is going to, just keep going on, right? So let some Liverpool fans weigh in here. Yeah, let's go.
The issue is not that you're drawing against the big teams or so-called big teams. The issue is that after you draw, the next game you play against a team like Crystal Palace, and then you fucking draw it again or you lose.
Yep.
So the issue is never. It's in fact a brilliant thing that you don't give. It's every game against a rival in top four is a 6-pointer. It's never a 3-pointer. So you
Yep.
got a drop, good enough. But I personally think, as not a United fan, that till the time Ole is the manager, you're not going to win shit. I can write that and give it to you. He's not there tactically, and this is the fucking reason you got rid of Jose Mourinho, because he was playing defensive. He was still playing more attacking than bloody Ole in these big games.
No, I don't agree.
No, no,
I don't agree with that.
But the point is, you got rid of him because of the play style. You came second with Jose Mourinho, and he won you a trophy also. So it's not like, so I mean, if you got Ole in, either it's got to be for the football style or to win. Is he doing either? Is he actually going to do either? I really don't think so. And
See,
you can't
honestly-
say that you got enough money and got good players or whatever. You spent enough money on Maguire. So I think this is a bigger issue at the club with the transfer committee, with Ed Woodward, whatever his name is, fucking dumb shit guy, and it's like an entire hereditary, like a proper bureaucracy issue. over
Okay,
there.
so the Maguire transfer has been talked about every week, and I think the problem with the Maguire issue is that United were in a tough spot at that time. We were terrible defensively. We had terrible deals made with our previous managers, and so there was no chance that people were not going to extort United, and that's what happened with Harry Maguire. I agree he's not an 80 million player, but at that point I don't think United could have gotten a player at a price range much lower than that, because we saw any defender that they were bidding for was going for that similar range. Like everyone was asking 80, 90
And
million for that.
I think any player other than Maguire would have done a better job. So
Yeah,
honestly, we could have.
see the Maguire
Look,
performing is
with
another
the English
problem.
media hype, man.
That's because of his partnership with Lindelof. We've seen Lindelof and Bailly together perform better. We've seen Bailly and Maguire perform way better. So that's the problem with the centre back partnership. But I don't think that Maguire should be targeted as much because I feel United were extorted for that transfer. There was not much we could do because we definitely needed a change in the defense at that point.
But that's the thing. No, like United, like Liverpool, the issue is not defense. The issue is the attacking tactics. And Ole, I mean, personally, I don't know what you guys think about that.
The issues at United are endless, I feel.
So the issues are cyclical, I feel, because there was a point where we were winning against the big six and we were losing against teams below us. Now we're winning against all those teams and we're losing against the big five.
Well,
Exactly.
If we to just get started on the issues at United, I can just go on and on, okay? Centre back pairing. No creative midfielder other than Bruno that starts. We do have Van de Beek, but he doesn't
No
play.
one on the right wing to help Van Bissaka, man. That guy's
One
a
on the right-
one-man army.
A bench that is not good enough. A committee that doesn't do transfers well enough. They can't buy players, that's okay, but they can't even sell players, which is worse.
And a committee
So-
that bids for every player on the market.
Okay. I see you guys coming in from all angles. But I also want to direct you guys to the fact that United made it to 3 semi-finals last season, boys. Please don't forget that. And it was Ole who took them to the semi-finals.
Yeah.
So when it comes to these situations, the players have to step up. And let's be honest, they did face eventual champions. They faced Manchester City, they won the fucking cup.
Yeah.
They faced Sevilla, they won the fucking cup. And I think they faced Chelsea in the semis, but I don't know, they bricked it against the recently relegated top 6 to top 5, which was Arsenal. So I feel like it is definitely a step in the right direction, and I don't agree that Ole is the problem completely. I think there are some holes to be filled in the team, and I feel like once that is done, Ole will get the title, and the salary, the wages that he's on,
Definitely.
trust me, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. So that brings me to Param. And Param, so as a Liverpool fan, would you like to see Ole continue in the United job? And do you agree with Kesar that as long as he's at United, there is no title coming in?
Yeah, bro. Long may he continue. Like let him stay put. And see, the problem with Ole is, again, like you all said, Klopp doesn't have tactics or whatever. Like, apart from Bruno, what are his tactics? Like, remove Bruno from this team, and what are Manchester United? Like, they're nothing.
He's coming in with that expose, man.
They just leave 15th, and Ole would be managing for them right now. So, like, he's just not doing anything apart from Bruno. Like, and when Bruno doesn't perform, like against the top six team,
Yeah.
he doesn't perform against them, you're not getting results.
Okay.
So that just
Since you said all this, I'm just gonna say that Ole is a visionary. That at least he brought in a great transfer unlike Klopp. And this man is possibly
Fuck yeah.
one of the best midfielders in the world at the moment, apart from his top six performance. And top
Klopp-
six also, I think it's probably because the tactics that Ole has given him, the restricted freedom, I suppose.
yeah.
Look, when it comes to these big games, so-called big games, because I don't consider them big games anymore, because clearly there are other teams who are in a much better spot of fighting for that top four. We've got Aston Villa, we've got Leicester City, we've got West Ham. So let's not disrespect these teams. But it's quite evident, right? When you're playing Manchester City, you're playing Chelsea, you're playing Liverpool, you need more than just one man. These are teams that fucking wear you down. They blitz you from attack to defense. They're pressing you all over the pitch. And you've got Fred and you've got McTominay. These are guys who are there just to cover Maguire and Lindelof or Bailly. So these are not people who are going to bring some creativity in your team. They are not going to get that ball to Bruno in those positions where he's the most lethal at. So you can't expect this man to carry the ball like Messi all the way from the half line, get into the opponent's half and do his thing, right? So, I think he himself has stated in a frustrating interview that, like, you're talking about my stats, but what's the point? Like, there's literally no point discussing Bruno's stats in this game or that game as long as United is winning.
Yeah.
So I just don't see it as Bruno problem or Ole problem. It's just a team mentality, and when they get that first trophy, I think they're going to be much more dangerous.
Exactly, the team mentality has been down
yeah.
for so many years, and I think finally Ole has been changing it. So definitely, I would back him up as a manager at least for a couple of seasons more. Because since we have Liverpool fan, I'll give that example. Klopp took 4 years to do what he did.
And how many finals did Klopp reach in those 4 years? And how many has Ole reached?
I think they're happy with semi-finals.
Okay. So I mean, you can't compare Ole to Klopp because Ole has come from Molde, man. Klopp,
But exactly. You are Manchester United. Like, I'm as a Liverpool fan saying you have the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
You can literally pick the manager you all want. You can get Zidane also, I have to fucking say. If he's getting out.
Nah, bro.
No, but
I don't think that's happening.
Here's
And
the problem.
still stay with Ole.
That's the problem. Okay, we can get the best manager. Okay, we've tried that with Jose. But when you don't give the manager the players he wants, the team's not going to perform up to the standards that the manager performed, right?
Agreed.
no, but
So-
see, we did have the best manager before Ole. He was best at one point. But
Yep.
And that clearly didn't work out for us very well. Okay, I mean he won the Europa League. That's fine, but it didn't work out very well for us. And so we're trying out Ole because he knows what it means playing for the club, what it means playing for that badge. We need a manager who knows what it means to play for United, what it means. Like
Passion merchant. We've got a passion merchant here.
yeah, I
But
mean
how long are you going to give him? That's what I want to know. How long before you, like United fans, say, boss, this is enough? We need a change.
okay,
I'm just asking.
This season seems to be going decent. Next season we definitely need to make improvements, and if he tanks next season, then maybe I decide to say Ole needs to go out.
I think that's
Exactly.
We should probably switch.
Yes, let's move on to the blue part of Manchester, and there's just one word to say here. Maybe you can say two. It's just Pep Guardiola, man. That's all that needs to be said.
Fraudulence.
This man has been called Fraudiola. This man has been criticized for the Pep Rule. This man has been abused and said that he can't do shit without Messi, without Xavi, without Iniesta. And look at him now. He is spitting in all of your faces, boys. Yes, right here. All of your faces and everyone who's watching this channel right now. This is a statement by Pep to never doubt him. and he's coming in hot. And okay, let's not even get to the Premier League, and let's not even put that question out there that are they going to win tonight? Because I think that's pretty self-explanatory. How much are they going to win by? So I want to know this. But Hare, what do you think? Is it going to be a 2, 3, 4? How many goals will City win by today?
I don't think it could be a City. I would rather go for a draw if Ole goes with his regular tactics. Or if Ole does play like we used to play before, then City is a very attacking team and we are good on counters. So we have defeated City last season, and maybe if Ole goes with those kind of tactics, then we could see an interesting game where both sides come.
Param is looking down on you like this guy knows nothing about what he's talking. Last season City and this season City, Param, you know how fucking different they are. So how do you see this game go?
No, no, bro. This is football. So last year everyone was calling Pep fraudiola and whatnot, and now he's like the greatest manager alive. And last year that was Klopp, and now Klopp is a fraud. So one team has a bad season, and they just go for the manager's throat. And without Laporte, they just missed one centre back, and they were struggling so bad. And even when we were at this position last year, we had 10 more points than they do have right now. So it's just how you look at it. And Pep is an amazing manager. I've always said it, like he's one of the best managers to ever raise the game. But yeah, so as far as this game goes, there is no chance United win this. But typical of United, they might just win this game and then lose the next 2-3 games. So,
That is such a confusing comment. I'm just trying to process it all.
Oh man! So so what I'm noticing is that you guys actually believe there's a chance. Can someone please put some sanity back into this channel?
Yeah,
Karan,
so there's of course
what am
a
I
chance
dealing
with
here?
United, because I'll tell you, 3 years back we were losing 2-0. I said I don't want to watch the game at half time. Okay, we were done, and then Pogba comes and scores 2, we're 3-2 up, we win the game. I mean, Pogba's not there, but
Yeah, but you don't have Pogba right now.
yeah, but we
Exactly.
do have Bruno. So there's this thing, unpredictability, that could go United's way. What I'm saying.
The unpredictability is that how unpredictable City is going to be. Do they want to come and thrash you, or do they want to be nice? Do they? That's the thing.
I would enjoy watching a thrashing. Honestly, I want to see some good football.
I want to see good football from one team, which is only City. I mean, you know what? Honestly, the form that United's been in. See, we talk about stats and the momentum and the confidence. There's no reason to back United,
Yeah, agreed.
right? Like in that sense, yes, we are thinking, we're sitting here as fans and we're saying maybe United have a chance because of the size of the club, what's
Yeah.
done in the past, and things like that.
Yeah.
Simple thing, City is the best team in, I mean, I wouldn't say Europe, but definitely, because Bayern is there. So,
Why? Oh, Bayern.
Bayern.
So,
that's
wow.
another story. But in EPL, bro, no one's touching them.
Yeah.
Literally, no one's touching them. I think it will be a tough game, to be honest. But City will win 1-0 or 2-0, something like that. That's what I think.
I think City's performance might start improving from now on in the Premier League now that Aguero's back.
Oh, God. Can't even imagine what that's going to be like.
Because we've seen how terrible their finishers are, and now that Aguero's back, can you imagine them scoring more?
I just the final
Holy shit.
bro, is there more? I was like, is there what more do they want?
Imagine they go out and buy Haaland or someone. Oh my God.
Dude.
No one will
I
win.
don't think he's gonna work
That's like
in Pep's system
overkill.
though. I don't think Haaland is the right player for them.
No, I'm just saying, imagine he actually has a good finisher. No, how is someone going to win the fucking league till the time Pep is there and City's playing the way they are? They can literally field their second team and they might still beat United. I can say that confidently.
Yeah.
So, Karan, do you see a second team City beating United tonight? Even if it's going to be a tough challenge for United. How do you think City can pick United apart tonight?
I do not think that City is going to win this game.
Wow.
Oh my
You got it.
god! Oh my lord! I'm stuck. I wanna wear T-shirts saying I'm with stupid here, because there just seems to be a lot of optimism all of a sudden about United, and I know it's not coming from a place of analysis, or it's coming from a place of well thought, structured arguments. It's just passion merchants just
It's
getting
Dharma
together
Day,
and
man.
and
I'm not saying that they'll win the game. I'm just saying they won't lose it.
Okay, one point we skipped over when we spoke about United is that Henderson is going to be playing the next couple of games at least. And how does that affect the team?
I
Well,
honestly don't think it's going to affect so much. United would ship in 2-3 goals with De Gea. They're going to ship in at least 2 or 3 goals with Henderson as well. So it's just a matter of which goalkeeper would have a bad night, and it's going to be a bad one for Henderson.
honestly, I just feel that it really depends on what the centre back pairing is tonight. If Maguire and Lindelof are playing, then I would give City like 100% chance to win the game. If, and it's a big if Bailly and Maguire start the game, then I'd say that United can play for a draw.
I think we need Bailly and Maguire because Bailly has that pace to hold back some of the City attackers at least.
I'd like to hear what Param has to say about this.
No, bro. Fuck what centre back pairings Ole plays. That doesn't matter. See, as long as if Bruno performs, like I'm a big, like I hate to say this, but I'm a big fan of Bruno, and if he turns up, um, he can actually change the game. Like he's one player, but he can actually change the game on his head, and that is why seeing all the criticism, and he's seen the criticism that he's been getting for his stats against the top six teams. So he will want to prove a point, and what better game to prove a point than against Manchester City? So City, I think they do know they won the league. They can start cooling off from now, and they still win the league. But United has something more to prove than City right now. So I think that is what is driving me towards not a City not crashing United. So
Guys, are we forgetting who is going to start for Manchester City? You've got Cancelo, who plays at left back, but he's essentially a fucking central midfielder. You've got Kevin De Bruyne, the best midfielder in the world when he's on form. You've got Gundogan, who's on a fucking hot streak, who comes off benches, scores 2 goals, and provides 1 assist. You've got Aguero, the king of these derbies. You've got Raheem Sterling, for however shit he is at finishing, he can make your defender dance in the D. So
Well,
what am I missing here? Like,
That's all I'm gonna say. That's my defense. Man, Bissaka for Sterling. Everything else, I don't know.
See, I mean everything's stacked up. Everything's stacked up against United, and if we do win by a chance, then it's going to be a sweet one.
I think generally with derbies, form goes out of the window.
yeah.
Perfect.
So that's where United has a chance. That's where they can do the damage. And City, anyways, is used to to having control of the ball. United don't really give a fuck about that. And other teams are not as good as United to sort of hit them back on counter. And regardless of what you say, how City's defense has been in the last couple of games, they have eaten goals on counter.
Yep.
Even though it's only won each game or whatever, it's still, so it is possible. But it should be an interesting game. I think everyone wants to see an interesting game, and everyone wants to see United drop down.
I mean, at this point, y'all would
frankly,
rather
not
support
everyone.
United win.
By the way, sorry, I'm changing the topic completely, but Liverpool have just put up the lineup for the Fulham game, and it looks like we're losing another home game.
Oh, really? Who's playing live?
Trent is dropped, Thiago's dropped, Mane, Firmino dropped.
Whoa!
There's your diamond.
You're kidding.
Williams and Phillips are
Klopp
playing.
Buddy.
Klopp heard us.
Yes. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe this. Are you serious?
I gotta check this out.
Hold
on
up.
my
So
own.
who the fuck is starting?
Bro, Jota,
If all these players are dropped.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's Jota and Salah up top. Shaqiri along with them looks like it. Keita,
Yeah.
Wijnaldum, Milner, Robertson, Phillips, and the two Williams.
Oh my God.
I'm like, fuck y'all. Y'all aren't doing it for me anymore. Sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I'm gonna eat some of the words that I spoke about Klopp, and I say massive respect
Yeah.
because, bro, this thing was needed. He needed to give them he gave a reality check to Salah the last game, taking him
Yeah.
off at 60 minutes, and now he's given the same to Mane, Trent, and to fucking Firmino, who deserves, not only needed but deserved to be dropped. Okay, so this is actually going to be an interesting game, guys.
what I
That
don't get,
defense.
what I don't get is
That
why
defense.
Fabinho has dropped.
Okay, so
Sorry.
Why is Fabinho dropped?
they found another midfielder to play at centre back.
Fuck knows.
Okay, Param, I know you said Liverpool
Holy
is
shit.
losing, but I'm not going to comment about who's winning or losing the game. But I'm definitely going to say that I feel Liverpool are going to break this thing curse of not scoring in the home games. I feel with
Yeah.
Jota starting up front, they're going to definitely get a G, at least one.
What is with
Isn't
you
it
and-
a Fulham away game?
What is with you and Jota?
Fulham home, right?
We
I
love
mean, yeah, dude, that guy's
yeah,
a crazy
Liverpool
player,
home,
and
Liverpool
before his injury, he was playing great, man. I don't know why y'all don't see potential there.
No, bro, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah.
I agree.
Jota, Shakiri starting is like a different thing, which I don't know what to expect from this team anymore. But I'm down. Milner is starting, Wijnaldum is starting. Good, go for it.
In fact,
No creativity in the midfield, but go for it.
no, I think I think that the midfield and attack is looking pretty good. I know we've obviously moved
Looks
suddenly, but
balanced for now. Yeah.
it looks much better in terms of without Thiago. That balance looks really good. And anyways, we've got the proper centre backs on the bench. I have a sneaky feeling this game is going to be a 3-2 Liverpool. I'm feeling it.
3-2.
3-2.
Okay, so let's just start getting our predictions in then, boys, because I think it's almost time. So 3-2, we've got 1-3-2. Karan, what is your prediction for Klopp's Liverpool tonight?
2-0. 2-0 to Liverpool.
Clean sheet.
2-0, Patade.
I think 2-1 to Liverpool.
Okay, and
And
Param?
it's going to be difficult for them to score those because Fulham looked defensively better than they were before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1 as well.
2-1, okay, so a bit conservative. I think it is a 1-all, my opinion.
Wow.
All right, so we have to make predictions for another game just to keep it interesting. And I know you guys are fucking, I don't know what you guys are on, but let me still take your predictions for the Manchester Derby, even though I'm going to totally disregard it and completely throw it out of the window after I see City thrash United. But let me start with Pathare.
Okay, so I know this might. This is the fan
Yeah,
in me
think
speaking.
long and
No,
hard
no,
before you-
this is the
before you
fan in
run
me
that
speaking.
mouth.
I've
Think
thrown
long and
logic
hard.
out of the window. But I'm gonna say 3-2 United.
Oh my god!
This is just me, a fan, hoping I see a very intense derby game that goes my way.
Bro, we don't have Fellaini and Pogba in our team anymore. Okay, there is no flinging of balls forward and hoping for the best. The team who hasn't scored in the past 3 matches, you expect them to score 3 Gs against
Yeah,
the
I
best
think-
team in the country.
Because United have a point to prove, and this is like the best platform at the moment.
Could be.
And you are lucky that you have this platform to talk this shit. Otherwise, no one would have taken your.
This is why we
comments
created this
anyway.
platform, because every fan has a load about their team.
Yeah, clearly, guys, if we are tolerant with this dude, you know you can join us and we're going to take your opinions in. Okay, Param, what is your prediction for the Manchester Derby?
If I had to put money on a scoreline for United against a big team, that would be 0-0. And that's what I was thinking. They're all playing
Looking like a gambling man, my friend. Okay,
0-0 it is for me.
okay, Kesar.
2-1 for City, and I would just want to go back to what Patare was talking about, like just us fans. I think even I got carried away with the Liverpool one. I actually think Fulham's going to win 1-0. I just want to go back and read.
Holy shit! Okay, this is taken a whole different turn. I must say, I didn't expect the session to end like this tonight. But we can see, we don't know what Pathare is on, but we can clearly see Kesar has been drinking tonight. And okay, I want to come to Karan before I give my prediction.
1-1 for me.
1-1, okay. Okay, so I'm going to go for...
Bruno penalty in wing.
See, the moment you say 1-1, we all know where that one goal is coming from United. So there's no need to back that up. But I totally disregard that prediction, and I think it's going to be a comfortable 2-0 for City. I might even go for 3-0 actually. I say 3-0 for City.
Whoa.
Yeah, I believe in the Pep boys, my friend.
Just
okay,
because you have 3 players in your FPL team does not mean...
I need that clean sheet, my friends. I need it. I want it. I must have it. I need that clean sheet.
Yeah,
right. So okay, before we
Diaz goal.
I think Diaz should be dropped, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, Stones should be number 1. But anyway, just before we wind up, it was a pretty different session, and I think I enjoyed this one the most up till now. So really thankful for Kesar and Param joining us, giving us that a few honest opinions and a few more excuses that I could hear from Param. But we will get to that those issues in the next one. But we encourage everyone to listen, and we hope you can join us the next time also. So before we sign off, last comments about your team, about United, about Premier League, about anyone, starting with Kesar. Any last words?
Last word is that I've been on this channel once before, very recently, actually twice before now. And last time I was on this channel, I said I'm going to remove Salah from my team. I have done that, guys. So I'm just...
Woo! Okay.
He's my team.
What he's preaching.
Yeah. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And yeah, it was great to be on the show once again. The fans of the show.
You want to thank your mom and dad for all the achievements.
Yeah, all I can say
that led to this moment, right?
I am famous. You guys have made me famous on the community, so thank you very much.
Yes, a total of 2 people have watched you today. 2 more people in your life that you can be thankful for. Right, Param, last parting comments before we meet again.
No, bro, it was good to be here. I was expecting more stand-up for Liverpool, but you all are not in a position to stand us anymore. So. No.
Yeah, right now we are still ailing our own sickness from the past 3-4 games. So don't worry. On the bounce of hopefully, I hope I'm wrong about the game tonight, and then you're gonna see a different side of the boys here. Okay, Pathare.
Okay, so this one I feel was the greatest of our videos personally as well, because
greatest, it's been branded the greatest.
Okay, so far, because yes, definitely I enjoyed having more people on this. We got to see some mutual rivalry. We also got to see football fans share their views and emotions about their teams. And also, fun fact: Jota is going to or has so he is going to or he has already transferred himself in exchange for Salah. And
shots fired, boys.
Who knows?
Okay, and apart from that, hopefully next week we get to see more fans from different clubs join along with us, and we get to see a wider range of discussion with more teams, and it's probably going to be more fun.
Yes, definitely. And Karan,
well, I'd just like to
say something about United. Come on.
Okay. Okay, Bruno probably going to go off tonight. I don't want to say anything about United. I mean, I have no expectations from them
Yeah,
right
I
now.
just want to hold it.
This
I
guy's
just
just
want to hold
willing
it
to
against
change
you
his
in the next
jersey
one,
every
so.
time United lose. So I mean, I don't expect a lot.
Well, honestly, not a lot of expectations tonight. Not a lot of expectations for the season either. Probably, hopefully, we finish third. I'm not eyeing for second spot anymore. And on a lighter note, let us know what you feel about this video, and whether you like the content. And we hope to see more of y'all here pretty soon.
Yeah, motherfuckers, check your Insta, man. We've been updating our videos. Give us some likes, dude. What the fuck? Anyway, so that's it from us, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.